miss anything because, by the way, so literally growing up, and this is not live, it says live, but we're just recording, but growing up, like legit, and I can't wait to like embrace you guys in person one day. But growing up, I literally, did you guys watch Arsenio Hall?
Yes, we were kind of. Our parents watched it. They didn't.
Oh, dude, now you're making me feel old, dude.
But we know about it.
So Arsenio Hall was like, man, like, and you got to go back, like, so like I grew up on like Bobby Brown, and like my dad would like record like Bobby Brown and Tone Loc and like just like OG, like, and I would like study it, and like I would like do the Running Man, and like I was like I would wear out the VCR, like, and I was always like, man, like one day I want to have a show like Arsenio Hall. And so I've been like dabbling with it, and so now like you're like the first musical guest that I've like connected with on something like this. So like for real, thank you for doing this, because I literally, and I barely know you guys, but I feel like I do, and I love you guys.
Likewise, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate the love. We love your message. We love your energy.
Oh man,
everything, and then we appreciate the love also.
For real. Are you guys in ATL right now?
Yes.
Yo, for real, and I'm no BS. Like as soon as all this COVID crazy is done, yo, I'm gonna get out there and I want to come to a show like in person, and I really mean it, for real.
Appreciate it.
For real. Yo, so are you guys like safe? Are you guys all good? There's thunderstorms and whatnot?
Yeah. We had a little flickering and everything going on, so we were a little worried about that, but everything's good now.
All right, cool. I listen, I so appreciate you guys just jumping on. I just wanted to chop it up. Like for real. Like I saw you guys on TikTok, and I was like, dude, this is some of the best like sonic voices that I've heard, like for real. And mind you, like you happen to be singing like a Backstreet Boys song, which I know is not your core demo, which even shows your range. But man, like I so dig it. Like how did this whole thing come together?
Well, first of all, we're all related. There are 3 brothers and a cousin. Brothers, raise your hand.
What up, cuz?
Yeah. We started in the church. We learned how to harmonize in the choir. We broke off because we figured that we were pretty good at this. So no music producers, no money for music producers. So what do? Sing with acapella, sing with no music, acapella. That's how we started. That's our main expertise. And hey, here we are today, grinding.
You know, it's interesting too. Like I right out of college, I went to go work at Creative Artists Agency for many years, and then went to go help manage the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato, and also worked with up and coming artists. And I always felt like in my heart, like the recipe was really simple. It was A, you had undeniable talent, and B, you were patient, like beyond the word patient. And I found that like if you have those 2 things, like you're good, but it is so hard, especially if you're really good, to have the patience element, because there's challenges, like, and especially like getting older and this and bills and that. But man, if you can fight to figure out a way to just like remain, and by the way, do you guys follow Gary Vaynerchuk?
I'm not sure.
You need to get into his world.
Okay.
So follow Gary Vee on Instagram.
Our manager does.
Okay, you guys need to dig in, like for real, because he's the best in the game at social media. He doesn't want any of your money. He does this for the biggest brands in the world, but he puts out a tremendous amount of content that I mean, I've learned so much. You will love it. And he loves just the music world, the entrepreneur world. Like I think you guys will dig it. But one of the things he talks about is just like patience, like for real. Like, and I know it's hard because it's like, I get it. Like same thing with me. It's like you want it all like tomorrow. But man, like I'm telling you right now, from an outsider and a new fan of yours, dude, if you guys can just hang in, like I'm telling you, I feel big things. And I'm not BSing you, like for real. Like, and the world needs it right now. And the beautiful thing is, man, and like because you already dated me, and I can't believe that because I still feel like I'm 16 and I'm gonna remain like that. But but there's no rules anymore. And like the fact that you guys just jumped on TikTok and have 30,000 people deep, just like rolling, like that wasn't 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago. There was 6 record labels, and this person told you that this was a hit. And now, man, and Gary talks about this too, because he's big in the music world, and I believe it. It's like, dude, if you're good, the market decides. Period.
Yep.
Right.
So,
Period.
that's why we was able to stay around as long as we have.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic hit, what did you? It obviously threw a wrench into your plans. But what was the if I can use the word, and it's super corny and cheesy because everybody's saying, but like, what was the pivot like for you, and what were the positives? Because I feel like there's 2 mentalities. You either like you're a grinder and you make it work and you figure it out. You're like, cool, this is what it is. We're gonna roll, or you fold. And obviously, you guys are rocking. What was that like? How was that transition? And by the way, was there something that you're doing now that you're like, yo, we're gonna incorporate this like for good?
Definitely. It was a little. We had to like bear down for a second because we were on our way to do our second international tour. So we had started traveling internationally, and it was a blow for us because we were so amped. We were like 2 weeks away from hitting Kuwait, hitting Amsterdam. We were about to do it, and the pandemic hit. And so we were like, well, okay, well, we'll have to postpone some things, and we'll be fine in a couple months, right? And that couple of months turned into what? A year. So we had to kind of reinvent how we went about reaching everyone. And it's so funny, like you said, we took that frown and turned it upside down. It became a blessing because we started to really dig into the virtual community at that point. And once we did that, we actually, instead of shrinking, our fan base expanded because now everyone was home. Everyone was watching from the screen, and they had nothing to do but go on TikTok or look at YouTube. And we were like, hey, we're on both. So at that point, we decided to take advantage of that. And it expanded. We were fortunate to be able to work with the U.S. Embassy, and we were able to continue internationally reaching different places like Equatorial New Guinea and Micronesia and things like that. So it seemed like a bad thing, but when you looked at it objectively, it became a great thing.
100. And I find that's honestly like life. Like, again, this was obviously magnified like times 100, but like you're going to find what it is you're looking for. And if you just stay like super OG and you're like, okay, cool, like throw it at me. Fine. Like I'm good. This is just going to make me better. There's a great book. It's another good follow on Instagram, Ryan Holiday. He wrote a book called The Obstacle is the Way. And it's basically at its core, it's welcoming hard things. It's like in a weird way, you almost smile at it. You're like, yo, thank you. I mean, literally, I get chills. You're like, thank you. Make it harder because I'm great. Cool. Let's roll.
Right.
Like, and I feel like that's the mentality. And when you have that, you're just like, go through a wall.
Right. We have a saying, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
100.
And it when you think about it, it actually works on your psyche, your mentality. It changes the way you think about things. And then you start to see something as instead of a challenge, it becomes an opportunity.
100.
When you start to think like that, that's when the doors swing open.
100%. I so agree. Was there a moment that you guys felt like, maybe it hasn't happened yet, or maybe there's been like sort of like micro moments, but that you feel like, whoa, like we got some like different kind of momentum? Like was there a tipping point moment that has happened yet?
Yeah. Well, it was I know it was a burst of energy. Yeah. It was a burst of energy on TikTok, definitely.
Yeah.
It was like we went from 2 followers to like 20,000 in like 3 months or something.
How did it and what was that like for you, just being consistent? Like what do you feel like the recipe was for you?
Basically we took what we do on stage and cut them into TikTok videos.
Smart.
Also we had more time to learn new music, work on original music. We have 2 albums coming out on the way. We have a gospel project and another studio album as well. So we had more time to work on our craft and to even get better, because in my opinion, I think that all of that singing and practicing, we got a little better, during the pandemic as well.
For sure.
We got a little tighter, because we're doing it even more, than we were before. So, yeah, definitely.
How
TikTok was awesome for us.
you do how many times? What's your frequency of how many times you're posting on TikTok now?
Well, we've noticed a change in TikTok because I think
Yeah, dude.
So we've noticed the change. So now what we're doing is working on season 4 for Acapella Mondays. We give you a new acapella every Monday.
Right.
So we're working on that season 4 right now. Season 3 and the other seasons, they were successful. People supported it. So yeah, definitely. Acapella Monday coming soon.
And you know what I would say too is, again, from a fan's perspective, and again, I learned this from Gary as well, just to give credit where credit's due. But like, again, in seeing what happened, going from basically 0 to 20,000, 27,000, like that's not normal. Like that's phenomenal. And it's a moment in time with a new platform, and the organic reach obviously it's not like as exploding, but it's still right. I find much more than Instagram still. Mm-hmm. But man, I would encourage you guys in between Acapella Monday and those moments, the same way you're cutting up stuff from stage, cut up just like, yo, I'm screwing around with like a new, like, what do you guys think of this? Like, this riff on something, like just raw, like super, right. like no. And again, I think there's a place and time for sure for the polish. But I think sometimes like it's just like setting it up and be like, yo, what do you guys think? Boom, 15 seconds out. Like, because again, like it's like beachfront property right now. And the more, and again, it's got to be good, but I think there's a level of like unpolished that is so accepted now like, because people are just home. I mean, you're seeing like commercials on TV that are like film, like, I mean, so man, I would encourage you, like, I mean, I would try to be posting there every day because, again, from a fan's perspective, like you can't put out enough right now to feed people. Not only me, but the pipes of TikTok. Like, and listen, you're one away. Like you're one. The beautiful thing now is like and like this is why I'm just talking to you like a friend right now. Is like you're one view away from a promoter in LA, a promoter in Europe or whatever, you're right. A sponsorship deal. I guess here's the punchline. I would say, from if I can even just give you my 2 cents, the upside of posting more is a grand slam. And you're lucky because, again, 3, 5, 10 years ago, it's like, dude, I hope Republic returns my email and we can get that meeting in New York and to meet with that one dude who's going to make the decision. Dude, that's over. Right. It's like, so man, it's like, this is like a television network, like in your hands. So, and you guys have the talent. So, I mean, I would encourage you to like do the polish, but in between, man, hey, yo, it's Wednesday. Yo, these are the vocal warm-ups that I do. Bang. Yo, check out, like, I try not to eat dairy, like, blah. Like, yo, here's a new song I'm working on. Like, it's I mean, and you guys, I think, joked about it. Like, this should be a reality show. It should be a reality show, and it can be a reality show in 15-second increments.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
And it's more interesting. It's more interesting than you think, because you guys are in it and you think whatever. But like prepping for a show, like your days are much more interesting than you probably think. And to me, that's what fans want. I mean, again, the Acapella Monday is great, but like that's the icing on the cake. And you may find, and I bought a fancy camera and I want to do all this stuff and I do all these videos. And then I go outside and I'm like walking and I'm like, and it gets like 10 times more views than like some fancy polished edited thing. Like, you don't know. It's like the market decides. We don't get to decide. They do. And it allows you to test. It allows you to see people. You may be like, whoa, like they loved our songwriting process. Like, let's show them more of that. Like, so it's like market testing. So I apologize for the rant, but I was just like, it's just something that, again, I was
great advice.
This is all vital. All vital. Great advice.
Legit. Tell me what's the ultimate for you guys? Like, what's the North Star? Where are you going? What do you want? What do you want at the end of this when you guys are like old like me, what's the ultimate?
To take over the world. No.
I
mean,
like it.
I think once we feel like we're in every corner of the planet, which we almost are. So I don't know where you go from there, because like you said, that smartphone is a television network. It puts you almost anywhere on the planet. So to say that we are an international group is an understatement, because we are. We get views and things from Jerusalem.
Love it.
So when you're reaching like almost everywhere, you just really want to just do it more. That's pretty much, and being an independent group, there's nothing that we can't do. We make our own decisions. So if we want to go here, we go there. If we want to go here, we go there. And no one controls that but us. And that's a beautiful thing,
Do you guys, I dig that. I dig that. Do you guys like doing the covers, or is the covers, and I'm just shooting real with you right now, like, are the covers something you enjoy? Is it part of like what your just your vibe and what you guys enjoy doing? Do you like doing a mix of originals? Like what do you guys enjoy performing most? Because again, it's so interesting. The covers are such a great like introduction to you, and then you can sort of like bridge them into, oh, by the way, and then here's our original. You know what I mean?
That's exactly how it is. If you ever came to one of our shows, you would see a good variety of music.
That's dope.
It would be just one genre, a great variety of music, old school, new school,
Dope.
Different genres, a cappella, some not, some with music,
country.
like
Love it.
right?
Love it.
And then
Love it.
you would get our music sprinkled in between.
I love it.
The funny thing is, after the shows, it almost never fails. Someone comes up to us and says, "Yo, I love the covers, but I like your original music better."
I love it.
And so it makes you feel really good that your original music is standing the test of time with these timeless classics.
I love it. I love it. It's like the ultimate hybrid.
Speaking of country, we opened up for Randy Houser and Kelly Pickler.
And Kelly Pickler. Yeah.
Love it. And it just introduces you to different audience. It's just like, it's great, you know?
Yes.
It does.
Will you talk about, this is such a cheesy, corny question, but I'm genuinely interested. Growing up, what do you guys just like, what did you vibe to? Like, what were the inspirations, like artist wise?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
It was my first concert, by the way. My dad took me, I was 8 years old.
What?
8 years old, in Minneapolis, where I'm from. You know, the Bad tour. It was like for real, like I get chills. Like I remember the lights went out and I literally get chills. Like, and I was so affected by that show that I was like, I have to be connected to music somehow, and like be connected to the stage and the creativity of it. Like, dude, there was something like spiritual about what was going on in his performance.
I can imagine, man.
The best.
Wow.
I know
Who else? Who else do you love even like today that you dig in a?
I would have to say like her. Who else?
I would say all of the boy bands before us, definitely.
Yeah.
All of the groups, because
Insane.
our father always gave us artists to pay attention to, new and old, and all the groups. We know all the groups. So.
I love that you guys like. Do you like? So I'm 40, and I would say most 40-year-old males don't like genuinely love boy band music, but like I really do. Like, and I'm not like ashamed to say it, because like they're jams, and like anybody who like disses that, like, I'm sorry, like they're just not telling the truth, because those are like jams. They're jams, dude.
Exactly.
And that's, what do we call them? In the closet boy band fans?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't literally put on like "I Want It That Way," and you're gonna tell me that you wouldn't jam to that at a wedding, you're out of your mind. Like, I disagree with you. Like, for real.
Just saying.
Wait, didn't we perform that at somebody's wedding?
Yeah.
Dude, can I don't know if you guys are prepared to do that. Can we just do a little bit of that? Could you do a little bit of that?
Which one?
Can we like "I Want It That Way"?
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm like super putting you on the spot here, right? We didn't.
It's all good.
We're kind of used to it. So.
Even a little nugget, even a little like.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
1, 2. You are the moon of fire, the one desire. Believe when I say it, that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Yo, I literally love you guys. Like, if I never talk to any other group ever again, I literally have chills. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
man.
you.
You guys are amazing. Like, for real. Will you just promise me that you will literally like keep going? And I can't wait to just like watch you in arenas one day and just like for real soar. And can we one day continue this? And I'm going to literally come to ATL or one of your shows or what have you. We gotta stay connected, man. Like, God bless TikTok for connecting the world.
Yes.
But man, like, legit, keep going. It's the world needs you now, like for real,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for real. So, anything else you wanna say or plug or do or anything? This was awesome, man. I so appreciate it, for real.
Well, just in case you don't know who we are, we're Casual. I'm D-Mac.
I'm Playboy.
I'm EJ.
And I'm Lil Gabe.
And on behalf of the group and management, we just want to say thank you, Ned. We really appreciate it. You've always shown us love, and definitely this was a great interview.
I love you guys. And listen, one day, God willing, we're gonna have a studio. When you're playing Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, you're gonna come through, perform. We're gonna rock Jimmy Fallon vibes. We're gonna like really do this right.
Yes, sir.
We'll do it up. But thank you guys. I'm really, really grateful, and I'm excited for your continued success, for real.
Thank you. It's been our pleasure, man.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much.
All right, real quick.
Yeah.
We just want to say that once again, we're coming out with a gospel album as well as a studio album.
TBGE.
Is it in store now?
Right. We have some shows coming up. We have Acapella Mondays. Make sure you tune in for that.
Mother's Day.
Am I missing anything?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mother's Day
Uh,
in Tampa, Florida, at the Seminole Hard Rock Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Showtimes are at 4 and 6. So come on out. It's going to be a good time. I promise you.
And hit him up, look him up, TikTok and Instagram, Casual Mania, right? KAZUAL Mania. Hit him up, for real. Just, this is everything right with music right now, and
Thank you.
I'm pumped for you guys. I'm excited for you guys. I'm gonna be checking in on you, demanding more content for the people. For the people.
We got you.
I'm an honorary casual part of the squad.
That's right.
Our fans are casual maniacs.
There you go. I'm a maniac, yo. Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I love you guys, man. Stay safe. All right.
All right.
Appreciate you.